me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Wilson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Second down at 7. Now Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But I like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball was thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And he's got some space here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have him because they provide big-time targets.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down, counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run with Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 7-7, our score after 1. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Kamara going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
And most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 of these a year, because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and someone the quarterbacks have to account for.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And that is incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jameis to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some space here. Sheds him off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On the counter, here's Kamara. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Winston now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again is Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after a partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Winston.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Here's Huntley. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors 70.
To throw, Huntley.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
19 Tiger.
Huntley to throw.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw.
Huntley crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Kamara. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
That's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Winston. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Now, 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Falcons 17.
Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, well, we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though. So I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To throw, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Saints are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
And to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third and short yardage. Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.